Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in chapter 70 of the Quran, Surah Al-Ma'arij, the ways of ascent, comprising 44 verses. The main theme of this chapter is a rebuttal against those who deny the day of judgment and the day of resurrection, and they are being warned, reminded, and reminded over and over again that the day of judgment and the resurrection is a guarantee and it's an absolute certainty. So please don't delay, get your copy of the Quran today. Quran in English Basics for Beginners. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Surah Al-Ma'arij, the ways of ascent, chapter 70 of the Quran, verse number 1 out of 44 verses. The chapter begins off with a person, a very, very arrogant person, a one who denies the truth. One perhaps is a scientist or intelligent atheist or simply a disbeliever, or maybe he's a believer in another god or another goddess, or he's believing some other religion or so on. But whatever the situation is, this was at the time of the pagan worshippers, the polytheists of Mecca. So probably an arrogant, wealthy person, a know-all of everything. He knows everything and nobody must tell him anything. So when the blessed Prophet Nabi Sal'lal'laa'hu A'layhi Was'sallam told him and reminded not only him but all of the people gathered there that please remember these 360 idols are not going to help you. They are not God. They have not created you. They have not created anything. Please don't worship them. Think of the concept, embrace the concept of La ilaha illallah, and remember that there is a day of judgment where you will be brought back to life and you will be held to account, and if you have done wrongdoing, then the punishment of God will descend on you. And he reminded them the outcome of the earlier generations, which the Arabs were very familiar with, the people of Ad and Thamud and the companions of the rocks and so on. Instead of listening politely to the truth, instead of saying, okay, get me a copy of the Quran, let me read it, let me make up my own mind, this guy became arrogant and said, hey, bring that punishment now and now, I challenge you. So this guy, out of his ignorance and arrogance, is challenging God to say, I want to be punished now and now, right? This is the arrogance of some people. A questioner asked about a penalty to befall the unbelievers, the which there is none to ward off. A penalty from Allah, Lord of the ways of ascent. There are different ranks in paradise, then there are different ranks and stations and pathways from the planet Earth right through the 7 heavens. And if a human being has to use that journey, it will take him a minimum of 50,000 light years. And the 50,000 is just simply given as a number, which means very huge, because the word 50,000 used 1400 years ago is the equivalent of 50 million today or 50 billion today. So it means if you want to travel to the 7 heavens, it will take you 50 billion light years to travel the 7 heavens. But let's see what the Quran says. The Quran says, a day in your calculation. For the angels, it takes them 1 day to ascend the journey. But for you, it will take you 50,000 years. And at every way of ascent, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is the Lord. He is the creator. He is the Lord and the cherisher and sustainer. He has created everything in the entire universe, the cosmos, the trillions of galaxies, each controlling trillions of stars and quintillions of planets and so on. So this penalty will be from the Supreme Creator, because He's created everything. He's also created human beings, but some arrogant, stroke or ignorant people don't want to believe in God. They reject the truth when it comes to them. They reject the Quran when it comes to them. Then it is a penalty from God most merciful, a penalty from Allah, Lord of the ways of ascent. The angels and the Spirit ascend unto him in a day, the measure whereof is as 50,000 years of your reckoning. If you have to go in a spaceship to follow the same pathway that the angels are taking, the angels fly faster than the speed of light. Because if you are traveling at the speed of light, which is the fastest thing known to man thus far, which is the constant c in gravity, traveling at a speed of 300,000 kilometers per second, even if you travel at that speed, it will take you 50,000 years. Whereas the angels do it in one day, poof, they're gone. That means they're traveling faster than the speed of light. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah. Rabbil Alamin.